my kitchen. So this is what went on in my life today. Well, actually, yesterday we buried Mom, and it was an amazing service. I asked our friend Marlena to preach her funeral, and wow, she was so inspirational. And I don't know what the number of messages I've received asking where she preaches. What church does she preach at? Because we have to go back. I would go to that church. But sadly, she doesn't preach at church, which I think she should. But that's not for me to say. But honestly, that was the hardest freaking thing. I bought a necklace today when I went to Walmart. It's a little heart that says Mom. Until I can find a necklace with the letter Z on it, because that was the first initial of my mom's name, I'll wear this one. I don't know, I have one that I've been wearing that belonged to her, but I don't want anything to happen to it, so I took it off. My main purpose for making this video today is because I actually wrote something to say at Mom's funeral. And when it came time to do it, I don't know if I chickened out or if I was just so moved and inspired by our friends Marlena's message. I literally could not stand. And the funny thing is that Miss Claire. Hi, Miss Claire. Hi, baby. The funny thing is that I literally started writing something for her on February 15th, which is the day I found out that she was not coming home, to our home. And I don't know how many pages I went through, to be honest. I have no idea. It was worse than trying to write her obituary, which thankfully my aunts did that for me. But this was something they couldn't write for me. And hold on. I had to pick this up. So sadly, this was up to me to write, and every time I'd write it, I'd shake. So I typed it, and I didn't like it, and I deleted it, and I typed it again, and I didn't. It just went over and over and over until, for days, weeks, until the night before the funeral, which was Friday night. I finally sat down and I wrote it. And now I'm going to read it. Because I should have read it yesterday, but I just couldn't. So here we go. Mom, I'm sorry this isn't handwritten for you. Every time I try to handwrite anything for you, my hands shake uncontrollably. It isn't fear, because the fear of losing you dissipated the moment I found out you weren't coming back to our home. My mind is full of memories of you right now, specifically the one where you said, "You better write something pretty for me and nice for me when it's my turn to go," after Grandpa's funeral. Thanks. No pressure. Except it's a ton of pressure, enough to make my hands continue to shake, even now as I try to type these words. Please forgive me if I've had enough pressure these last few weeks. You are one stubborn lady. Don't get me wrong, I admire that very much. I used to think that my own stubbornness and attitude came from my father. No. I may have his looks, but I'm you made over on the inside. How in the world did that happen? Thank you for instilling your wisdom, experience, stubbornness, patience, devotion, and quietness in me, in my life. Wait, hang on a second. Let me try that again. Thank you for trying to instill wisdom, experience, patience, quietness, and devotion into your stubborn daughter. Some things took. Others, well, let's say that I hope that if it isn't in my DNA, that if it is in my DNA, it will come out over time. I love you, Mom. I don't think I ever told you that enough. Though it was the last thing I told you before you got in my car that night. It was the last thing you said to me. The very last thing you said to me on this earth. Because no matter how much we bickered and argued, in the end, all that matters is love. I'm sorry that I was not there the moment you left this world. Though I know you likely preferred it that way. I so very much wanted to hold your hand and tell you that it was going to be okay. Maybe that's selfish of me, but at least you were peaceful. You had the most peaceful look on your face I've ever seen, and in that moment, I knew you were finally happy at home. Please forgive me for every tear I ever made you cry, Mom, because I have reclaimed them all back over this last month and a half. Forgive all the pain and sadness that you suffered because I did something stupid or thoughtless or childish. Because I feel every last flash of that pain stemming from the enormous hole within my chest that your passing has left me. I am broken in ways I never thought possible. But if I didn't love you so much, I wouldn't feel this way. Thank you for being my mom, my best friend, my compass, my cheerleader, my worst critic, my verbal sparring partner, the Louise to my Thelma, the keeper of my secrets, often the only person who could translate my chaos into something I could learn from, for being the biggest pain in my butt, and for allowing me to be a pain in the butt, your butt too. For all the harsh words, all of your silence, all of your tears, all of your smiles, your laughter, your thoughts, your memories. All of these are safely stored in my heart, and I will keep them there forever. I love you, Mom. And like I told you, we will be okay. I will be okay. I will never stop missing you, but I know that you're watching over me. Though there may be times going forward that I will feel a lot of anger about what happened in this situation, about what happened to you, about everything. I will cherish every single moment I sat with you, holding your hand, combing your hair, wiping your face, watching TV, even though I know you couldn't watch it, I know you could hear it. And just having the privilege to be there for you at the end of your life, as you were there for me at the beginning of mine. Rest well, Mama. See you on the other side. I love your daughter. I finally realized that all my years as a Ho'oponopono practitioner finally came in handy. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Usually I say it to myself. Or about a situation or something like that, but hope she liked it. I know she could hear it. Anyway, it was today. Oh, we had a kind of surprise birthday party for my Aunt Cindy, whose birthday is tomorrow. But she's going home tomorrow. It's back to North Carolina. She's the last one. Everybody else has already gone home. And it's quiet again. Even with all of my fur babies, it's quiet. So, I went shopping today at Walmart. And I cleaned the house and I got everything done. And then my aunt called and said, hey, you want to come out and go through all these? She has bags of clothes. And I found a lot of clothes for a friend of mine who needs some. Well, actually, it's mostly just pants, but still. Kentucky friggin' lost. Which sucked. But that was my day. If you made it through all of this with me so far, thank you. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everyone who was there yesterday and everyone who sent messages and everyone who sent flowers and just everything. Yesterday was the hardest day of my life. So far. Today I went by her grave again. It's so strange. Seeing her name on this little plaque at the head of the grave, it's just strange. I know she's not there, it's just her body. But it's just strange. She's not here. Anyway, maybe I'll continue to do these videos. I think they're very cathartic. And your comments are so helpful. Thank you. Claire. She wants to love it. You're laying on my computer. This is Mama's cat, Claire. Of course, now she's my cat. I told all of the fur babies I couldn't take the dogs to the hospital, so I think I'm gonna take them to the cemetery. I'll see. But anyway, always wear your seatbelt. If my mom would have been wearing hers, she would still be here. Make your wishes known. Put them on paper. And let people know that they're on paper. Otherwise, who knows what will happen. Peace and love.